It was 3 weeks ago today that those 4 ATF agents lost their lives during that violent gun battle with the Branch Davidian David Koresh and his followers. Now, since that time, the agents have been trying to force the cult members to surrender.
Well, on day 22 of the standoff, 7 of Koresh's followers have left the armed compound. Wayne Delchifino has been following the story since day one. He joins us live now from Waco. Wayne?
Yeah, Minerva and Bob, for days the FBI has been complaining that David Koresh is releasing his followers way too slowly. A trickle, they called it. Well, today the trickle became a flow. It began in the middle of the night. An ambulance carrying 2 women from the compound. 59-year-old Victorine Hollingsworth would have to go to the hospital because of her bad heart.
We do know that Ms. Hollingsworth, according to the people inside the compound of the camp, have mentioned that she's been in bed for basically the entire time.
She seems fairly serene. She seems fairly centered. I think, my feeling is probably a little bit bewildered by all of this. I saw no evidence of any psychiatric instability.
Thank you. The British Vice Consul from Houston delivered messages from her family back home.
And I asked if she had anything to pass on, and she did, just say that she was fine, she was okay.
At 10:30, 2 more come out.
Rita Riddle, 35-year-old United States citizen. Gladys Ottman, age 67, who claims to be a Canadian citizen. The quicker it picks up, the better the situation is, and we're getting more and more out. I believe that brings us to 31.
Make that 34 out. 3 more Branch Davidians were taken away in the middle of the afternoon. 2 of the passengers were elderly.
At this point in time, everybody that's come out will be held as a material witness. The Texas Rangers are conducting the homicide investigation.
It's been 3 frustrating weeks since the shootout that started all this, but the FBI looks at the bright side.
There hasn't been 1 shot fired. There hasn't been 1 person injured. There hasn't been 1 person killed.
As you look at a live picture of the compound now, you still have to wonder whether this was real progress this weekend or whether David Koresh, to use a phrase that may sound cold, was simply getting rid of excess baggage. 5 of the 7 people who came out today were elderly or sick. He still has all his kids, his wives, and virtually all of his fighting force intact. That's the latest, Bob and Minerva. Back to you.
It's cold and no electricity in there. That might have a bearing, would you think, Wayne?
Yeah, I'm sure it's beginning to have some effect, but again, especially the ones this morning, these were people who probably would be more difficult to take care of in a long siege like this. So if Mr. Koresh is being smart, he is getting rid of those people that he doesn't want to have to worry about.
Thanks, Wayne. We'll check back with you later.